and restore a cinema of real people with no special effects. So they drew up a manifesto and they made various films, which are fairly well known, controversial, some of them. But I saw this as an interesting analogy, and thinking, well, yeah, we need a rescue mission in ELT as well. We need to restore these core notions like dialogue and agency, which seem to have got obscured by a number of factors, not least the material. So I wrote a kind of tongue-in-cheek article, which came out in 2000, about, and called it a dogma for EFL. This precipitated a number of responses, such that from teachers all around the world who seemed to concur, there was very much a feeling almost that it was an idea whose time had come, or was an idea that had been around for a long time but it lacked a label. And so, taking advantage of the technologies that were emerging at the time, I started a website, a discussion site, which is still going strong, 12 years on, something like, I don't know, 17,000 postings today. And the kind of mission statement, if you like, of this group of teachers who were interested in this, in a sense, what was becoming an alternative pedagogy was this. We are looking for ways of exploiting the learning opportunities offered by the raw material of the classroom, that is, the language that emerges from needs, interests, concerns, and desires of the people in the room. And just to give you a flavour of the kind of, I mean, basically it became a forum for teacher development, and which is really what I want to talk about in the little time I have remaining. And to give you a flavour of the kind of interactions, the way that these teachers from all around the world supported each other in their experimentation. Here is just an example I took almost randomly from a few months back. A teacher in France writes, I'm a new dogma member. This is the Danish spelling of dogma, how the film movement was labelled, incidentally. And I've been, we tried to relabel it, not dogma, because it's got such negative connotations, the word dogma. We tried to call it teaching unplugged, but by that stage, dogma had stuck. But it is also, in a sense, known as teaching unplugged. He says, I'm a new dogma member, and I've been experimenting with dogma in my classes. I've been doing materials-free discussions followed by language folks. Am I doing the dogma bit right? And then somebody else chimes in almost immediately. Thanks for sharing. A little suggestion. Somebody else chimes, he responds, my only concern is the language focus bits. Somebody else chips in with a kind of anti-grammar perspective. And then this goes on for several days, and then the original initiator of the discussion, in this case, says, thanks for the comments and tips. I've managed to survive and quite enjoy a dogmatic-ish week. It's the first time I've seen students actually interested in giving their own opinions. The best feedback I've had is one student comes early for class and now says it's the first time he's ever been allowed to speak properly. So, I mean, that's just a little flavour of a kind of very, very much practitioner-led exchange that take place. Not to say there's not a lot of theoretical stuff as well, people drawing connections between this so-called movement and other influences in education, both past and present. What's happened subsequently, more recently, is an interesting phenomenon, is the proliferation of blogs that have come out sort of under the banner of dogma teaching unapplied. So this is just a selection that have emerged, as I say, just within the last year or so. And again, most of these are just practicing teachers who are reporting on the experiments that they're doing.